It's Dylan's KC Barbecue at 4 Valley locations. Our sports bar in Arrowhead is packed with TVs for the ultimate sports fan. Our Wildlife World Zoo location will have you on the edge of your seat, dining right next to our 60,000-gallon shark tank. Dylan's Bayou at Pleasant Harbor has never-ending sunsets, beautiful people, and live music every weekend. And our newest location, Western Trails Ranch, is 12 acres of rodeo fun and live outdoor concerts for the entire family. It's Dylan's KC Barbecue, where we're elite, unique, and memorable.
Wish you guys could hear it.
To pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
We need you now.
We so need you now.
We need you now.
We need you now. One day.
Any day now.
Hey guys, welcome to the She's So Right show. I am Brandie Barclay, and I am sitting next to my amazing co-host, Lindsey Graham, the Patriot Barbie. She has been bullied and tortured and canceled by the leftist mob, and that didn't stop her. In fact, now she's on the radio. How about that?
Thanks, leftist mob. And I'm Lindsey Graham, the Patriot Barbie. I'm here with my amazing co-host, Brandie Barclay. She is a powerful voice on Faith Talk Radio. She's a strong female empowerment figure in Arizona for representing the Power Soul Experience, the founder of the Power Soul Experience. And she is your average American wife and mom who has had it up to here with the political stuff that's come into our household.
Up to here.
Up
kind
to
of
here.
like I tried to avoid it, and we can't avoid it any longer. I know a lot of you feel the same way. You know, my 4 years ago left my career to get into ministry, and ministry has left me to this political place. So here we are. And today's topic, we're really trying to kind of do these micro topic because, you know, you can go on rabbit trails, and both of us can do that. Both of us can go rabbit trails. So we decided to break this down into a micro topic. And we're going to confront today feminism in the sense of workplace versus stay-at-home moms. So this whole boss babe culture and how it's attacked women more, or, you know, really more than empowered women. So we're going to just kind of dive right in with that whole idea. I'm going to point at you.
Okay.
What did you... So we haven't talked about this. We like to leave it for you guys. Kind of, we're both women. We both have been entrepreneurs. We both have built successful careers. We both have children. Mine are grown. Hers are still kind of little. But we both get it. The pressure to, you know, in essence, we were taught from the time we were little kids to conform and perform and succeed and get the career. And I believe more so than, you know, have a really healthy marriage, you know, be a really great mom. What's your thought on this?
Yeah. So, yeah, when we've talking about breaking down feminism, the first little micro topic of that is it's the role that it plays in the traditional marriage and family culture now. So my big beef with the feminist movement, that it's become, you know, overrun by the leftist radical mob culture. They've kind of taken over feminism as their own. My problem is that we're seeing a woke concept of it, that there's two roles a woman can play in this belief system, right? You can either be a boss babe, a successful, you know, entrepreneur, and you're out of the home and you're doing mom jobs too, but you're doing a business. And then the other one, the extreme one, is you're a stay-at-home mom. Well, both of those roles are beautiful. Some families have to have a working mom in order to provide for their family. Some moms are single, so they have to work. The leftist radical feminism culture says that a woman doesn't have value anymore if she's just a stay-at-home mom. And I just can't agree with that. I don't think any woman should have to agree with that. And the entire feminism movement is to empower other women, right? And so to say to another woman, your role as a wife and a mom is not up to par. You should be doing something more with your life. You should be earning money. You should be successful like me. I'm successful. I do this, this, and this. Well, how not empowering is that to tell another woman she's not enough because she's not doing what the new feminism culture says makes her valuable?
I want to take that a whole nother level.
I know, rabbit trail.
But no, I mean, this is like, let's bring that even a step deeper, is we're being, rather than complimentary to men and our husbands, we're being compared to. So if they have this position in the world, we should also have position in the world. And as wives and mothers, we do.
We have a God-given role.
We do. And when you break down those words like boss babe, I think of boss being this big word, in control, with status, with position, and babe, like your hot stuff. Like, this is the new thing, a boss babe, boss babe. In fact, a few years ago when the motivational world was really expanding, it was all about women in power. And I was listening to several women on PragerU this week, Christina Hoff Summers and Tammy Bruce, both very, very wise when it comes to, in fact, Tammy Bruce was an advocate for feminism when she was younger. Now she's trying to kind of make that right, because feminist has taken on this really, I believe, like a demonic turn. You know, of course, I'm a woman. Hello. Do you think I don't want women to have equal pay and power in the world and, you know, equal rights? We have equal rights. I'm a Hispanic woman who grew up, you know, lower middle class at 14 years old, could go to work. And I did. I had the opportunity to go to work. I had the opportunity to get a scholarship. I had the opportunity to build a career. It was hard sometimes, but I had the opportunity, just like the guys, right? Opportunity is all around us. And what I decided to do as a woman was take some time when my kids were young to stay home with them. That was a decision we made as a married couple. In fact, the first year of my youngest daughter's life, my husband and I lived in an apartment without a washer and dryer, drove a car that was older. You know, we made sacrifices so I could stay home, because we felt that that was an invaluable thing to have me home that first year of my daughter's school year, or my first year of my daughter's life, to be home. And as my husband succeeded more in business, it gave me more freedom. It gave me more freedom to decide whether I wanted to stay home or go to work. It didn't take away my freedom because he made more money.
Okay, so the feminist culture says that even though you and your husband agreed on that, right, and you felt blessed in your position and he felt blessed in his position, and you might have both been happy, the feminist culture says from the outside, not knowing you, your husband is controlling you. He's making all the money, which gives him all the control. You're stuck at home with your little brats. When you could be so much more. What are you giving up to do this? But they do this with every family because they act like that they know that every woman they think they know that every woman who doesn't rise up to be what they say, then they're lacking that blessing. They don't probably use the term blessing. They're lacking that worth, the value, right? But you as a Christian and as a female and as a wife and a mom, you feel value raising your kids. I mean, feminism acts like your kids are a burden. They act like that in every which way. When you said something about when the feminist movement wants equal rights, I think about how they continue to bring up we deserve free birth control and free health care and free this because our bodies can get pregnant. Like it's the worst thing ever. Like, it is the greatest gift that God gave us, and he gave it to us. And women are like, well, this is such a burden that I can get knocked up. Well, you cannot get knocked up. I can think of one really good way not to get knocked up. But yet, instead of taking responsibility and embracing that amazing gift that women have, they act like it's a burden. And now, because of this burden, we demand free tampons and free health care and free birth control. And it's...
Yeah, we're looked at as lesser than. And think of everything you just said, that not just that we aren't worth as much, but that our men are oppressing us. We are oppressed. Like, be barefoot and be pregnant and don't have a career and be oppressed by your husband. I have never felt oppressed by my husband. I mean, you know, of course, I would say there's probably men that oppress women. Absolutely. Don't marry them.
Right.
How about that?
It's that simple.
The other thing is when we have the privilege of, I heard once when I was pregnant, and it wasn't the easiest thing, we have the privilege of partnering with God in this miracle. And now it's looked at as the worst possible thing, like you said. And we have, because, you know, the big topic right now is abortion. We will talk about that some other time.
That's a rabbit trail.
But, you know, women, leftist women, feminism, laying down in the street saying, sex strike, sex strike. And I'm thinking, you know, why don't you have a sex strike until a man that you sleep with would have a baby with you?
Great idea.
How about that novel thought? So, talking about this whole boss babe culture, feminism, we hear about the gender wage gap and how even when women go into work, they make less money. They're making 70 cents to the dollar. And I did a deep dive on that. And it was, women tend to choose careers that are more nurturing in, you know, overall. Like more men decide to go be a heart surgeon and an engineer. Women, even if they're a doctor, they tend to choose pediatric care or
teaching.
Yeah, or some just a lower paying position, and it's like they have a choice. We women can go be engineers. We women can go be cardiac surgeons. We choose careers that make us happy, that we want to do, and instead we're this wage gap. You know, dig deeper, guys. There, you have to uncover. More women want to stay home when their kids are born. More women want to. And if they don't, they have the freedom, right, to say no.
Yeah, and the whole point that they're making is women make less money. Okay, so some women make less money, but again, is it about, well, I have to make as much money because I have to be equal to... We don't have to prove ourselves. I don't have to prove myself to him. I don't have to make the same amount as a man. I am not going to put my resume up next to a man and hope that it lives up so that I can get the same pay. What I care about, most importantly, is that I'm happy in my career and that I chose a career that I love. And if that career makes less money than a man who's chosen a career makes him happy, why are we comparing apples to oranges? It doesn't make sense to me.
And if we are making less money, so this is the thing. I think it's, as I dug around, you know, if two people are doing the same job and they're doing it at the same level with the same amount of time and the same amount of education, I completely agree. Their pay should be the same.
Yep.
Absolutely 100%. As I dug around into these statistics of this activism that we're seeing, they're leaving a lot of that out. They're leaving a lot that women actually are working less hours. Women are taking more time off, which again, I think that's a decision. I didn't have to take time off to be with my children. I wanted to. My husband could have. We decided to do it the traditional way. Nothing wrong with that. But we're looking at all of the ways that they make us, they're pounding and pounding and pounding this idea that we are less than, that the world deems us less.
The entire feminism thing. I actually downloaded and researched the Wikipedia definition. And the part that really stood out to me says, feminism incorporates the position that societies prioritize the male point of view and that women are treated unjustly within those societies. And that right there encompasses the entire problem, that all women, and I'm talking biological women here, all women are immediately born into a victim mentality. Men treat us differently a male point of view is valued and rationalized over our point of view. That's just entirely, I believe, untrue. I believe that there are situations where that happens. Chauvinism